sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm running a little bit late, so let's get on with this hearing assessment as quickly as possible. So my name is Sean, it's lovely to meet you. We're doing your hearing assessment today, including the Rinnae and Weber tests. Okay, so we're just going to get an overall assessment of your hearing through a range of different but rather simple tests. Okay, so nothing to be concerned about, everything should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so to begin, I'm just going to be using a light here and inspecting both sides on your ears. Is that okay? Alright, so yeah, looking forward for me, that's fantastic. Okay, so we're looking at the mastoid region at the moment, the bony area behind the ear, making sure there's nothing inflamed or raised along there. That's looking good. And the preauricular area in front of the ear as well, making sure there's nothing untoward here, any discoloration or anything like that. Everything looks fine so far. Okay, so a little look at the lobule and the helix and just all around the ear, checking for anything out of the ordinary. Okay, everything looks fine. Once again, just checking behind the ear. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, I'm happy enough for this side. Okay, so we'll be checking your other side as well. Okay, so keep looking forward, that's fantastic, thank you. And again, look at all the various regions in and around the ear, mainly concentrating on the exterior portion of the ear and the surrounding areas to start with. Okay, yeah, keep looking forward for me, please. Doing very well. Okay, nothing obvious at the moment. Everything looks good. I'm going to keep looking for a little bit longer just to make sure that we haven't missed anything. Okay. Okay, looks fine. Okay. Alright, so we'll make a note of my findings. Okay, we'll just go through every step of the way. Okay, so exterior examination looks good. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, so all clear. Right, I'm going to be physically touching both of your ears now. Okay, so I'll be folding, pulling and pulling, and I want you to tell me if you can, if there's any pain or discomfort felt. Okay, starting with your left side. Okay. Yep, so just looking forward at me. I'm going to fold over the top of your ear here. So, any pain or discomfort? Okay. Squeeze the lobule. Okay, does it hurt when I do that? That feels okay. Okay, and if I pull here, does that feel okay? I squeeze this portion of the ear. Does that feel okay? No pain? Okay, that's good. I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so again, just looking forward, please. Alright, so I'm going to fold over this portion of the ear. Any pain at all when I do that? Okay. Squeeze in here. Is that okay? Good to know. Alright, and if I fold over this part here, does that feel okay? Alright, and if I squeeze here, does that feel okay? Okay, fantastic. Alright, looking good so far. Okay, so I'm going to use a otoscope now to have a look inside your ears, if you don't mind. Okay. this is the otoscope. Okay, you may have seen this before. This goes inside the ear canal, and it has a light on here which enables me to look deep inside both ear canals. Okay, and is it okay if I use this? There's no pain whatsoever involved. Okay, so we're going to be starting on the left side, okay? So I'm using my left hand here. I'm going to be resting my little finger on my left hand onto your cheek. That's okay. Okay, then set the scope then. Keep it looking forward for me. Okay, setting the scope now. So keep looking forward. Okay, fantastic. I'll make a quick note and we'll have a look in your right side, okay, but I've not seen anything that causes me any concern, so we're looking good to proceed with the Rinnae and Weber tests in a moment, okay, after which we'll then perform some simple whisper tests, okay. So it's a very quick hearing assessment. Alright, so we'll do on the other side now. So again, looking forward for me, please. Turn the light on here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to be using my right hand, resting my right little finger on your cheek. Okay. So looking forward, I'm going to be inserting the scope now. Discharge, no foul liquids. The eardrum looks perfectly intact, and there's not an excess of earwax on its side either, but I'll continue to look just in case I missed anything, okay? Fine, yeah, I'm going to be taking out the scope now, so keep looking forward for me. There we go. Yeah, so everything is looking absolutely fantastic. Alright, so nothing to be concerned with whatsoever, so keep yourself nice and relaxed for me. We're going to be proceeding with the Rinnae test in just a second here, so we're using tuning fork, okay? Tuning fork which resonates at over 500 Hertz. So I'm going to be hitting this with a hammer. It's going to make a sound. Okay, resonate at the frequency. Okay, so that's the sound it's going to make. Now to begin, I'll be placing this behind your ear, on the mastoid bone behind the ear, okay? So on both sides. And to begin, I want you to tell me when you can hear the sound and when it stops. Okay? Nice and simple start. So we're going to do start on your left side, okay? So tell me when it starts and when it stops, okay? I'm going to be moving to your side here. You can't see. There we go. When it starts, say now. When it stops, say now. Okay, all done. We'll do the same on the other side. And then once again, we're going to go back to your left and back to the right, okay? So tell me now when it starts and now when it stops. Okay, good. Same again on the other side. All done, and once again on your right. Okay. Okay, well done. So I'll make a few notes here before we continue with the next step, okay? But you've done very well there, so that's excellent. Wow, so similar to before, we'll be placing the tuning fork again behind the ear. However, I'll also be placing it just in front of the ear like so, okay? And I want you to tell me which is louder, okay? Position 1 behind the ear, or position 2 just hovering in front of the ear. Okay, so we're going to be doing twice on each side, so we're alternating from the left to the right, to the left again, and to the right, okay? Here we go. So you've got to tell me which is louder, position 1 or 2. Here's position 1. 2. Which was louder? Okay. Same again. 1. 2. Okay, which one was louder, if any? Okay, same again. Position 1 and 2. Okay, which was louder? Great. And last time. Position 1 and 2. Okay, and again, which was louder? Okay, thank you. Yeah, second position should have been louder. That's what we like to call air conduction versus bone conduction. And air conduction, when the fork is placed there, should always be louder because it's more efficient. The sound waves travelling through the air versus the bone. So, yep. Alright, so that was the Rinnae test. We're going to move on to the Weber test, okay? Which is very similar to what we've done previously. And this time we're concentrating on bone conduction exclusively. So what that means is I'll be placing this on your forehead and hitting it, the tuning fork, not your forehead, don't worry. And I want you to tell me, does it sound more or less the same through your left ear and your right ear? So does it sound the same on both sides, or is there a massive discrepancy? Does it sound way louder on one side versus the other? Okay, it's okay if it sounds a little bit louder on one side. I'm not too worried about that because we do tend to have one ear that does hear better than the other. That's very common, but we're looking for any massive changes between one ear's ability to hear the sound versus the other. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you, does it sound the same on both sides? Place it on the forehead. There we go. Did it roughly sound the same on both sides? Okay, we'll give it another go. And did it sound more or less the same on both sides? Okay. Okay, so we move on to the final test, if you like, which is whispering. Okay, so I'm going to be holding over one ear, whispering either numbers or a word into the other, and I want you to then repeat that back to me, okay? So I'm going to cover over the left ear first. 81. Good. Teleport. Okay. Caterpillar. Good. 78. Alright, well done. Could we do the same thing again, except instead of covering over one ear, I'll be rustling my fingers in that ear just to make things a little bit more challenging, okay? Alright, here we go. 65. Donkey. Giraffe. 11. Okay. Wonderful. Right, well then that's it. Then we've run out of tests for you today. So you've passed every single one with flying colours. Just going to make that note here on your report. We want to see you again in 12 months, just as a matter of course, just to make sure your hearing is not diminishing over time. Okay, but you've done very well today. So it was an absolute pleasure. And just checking with reception, and I'll get you an appointment between 8 to 12 months, depending on the waiting time. Okay. Alright, it was lovely to see you. Take care of yourself.